Hey YouTube, this is Sasquatch Piper. Just out here in the woods and enjoying my Dagner poker cob, and in it I've got some Mississippi River. Hope you can see me fine. I'm having to kind of hold on to it because the wind's kind of blowing. This tree keeps swaying. But I wanted to do a VR. I did a video earlier talking about Halloween. Hope you caught that one. But old Pipe Nook, he had a really good idea, and I'm getting in on the tail end of this one. I'm behind, guys, and I'm sorry. I've been working a lot, and I'm kind of behind in videos. Man, you have some great videos. I love every one of them, and I can't believe it. Over 1,000 videos. That is really cool, Eddie, and thank you for all the videos you've put out. I've watched a bunch of them, and I love every one of them I watched. You always have some great information. You always have a good video. He asked us to say something about 5 different albums, your all-time favorite albums, or your all-time favorite singers or songs. And that, even though I'm not, I don't know how to play any of instruments except for, of course, a jaw harp. It's one of my favorite. That's right up my alley. That backwoods sound. I guess that hillbilly sound. But I grew up in the late 70s. I'm 45 years old. Late 70s, early 80s. And I remember having a record player to start out with. My mom and dad got one of those record players that you had. It came in like a little case that you opened up and you could carry it around. It was just all white. It didn't have any characters or anything. But the 2 albums that came with that record player, don't laugh at me now. My dad got me George Jones and Tammy Wynette. I loved Tammy Wynette, and I loved George Jones, and that's when they were playing together. And then the second one that I got was Lady and the Tramp. Please don't laugh, but I wore both of them records out. But the 5 albums and bands that I really loved, I used to sneak Kiss albums out of my sister's bedroom. Neither of us kids were allowed to listen to Kiss. They really didn't. My dad hated Kiss, but I'd listen to it when everybody went to bed. I loved that song, Beth. Beth, I hear you calling. No, I'm not gonna sing. But and then, of course, I loved the Hank Williams Sr. and Hank Williams Jr. My all-time favorite album of Hank Jr.'s was Before His Accident. This came out in 1973. It's live at Cobo Hall, and it's one of my favorites. It's got like Standing in the Shadows and Devil's in the Bottle and a few others. And then I really liked some of the earlier, like 79, 80 Hank Jr. When he first started coming back out again. Of course, Country Boy Can't Survive. And a whole bunch, Man of Steel. A lot of Hank Jr. I was a really big Hank Jr. Charlie Daniels as well in 1980. The Devil Went Down to Georgia album. I loved that album. Played it all the time, still do. And then when I got a little bit older, started listening to a little bit of rock. Well, of course, Kiss was rock, but I loved Aerosmith, and I loved everything that was going on, like in the late 80s with them, 85, 86, 87 albums. And then, of course, a lot of the 80s music, just a lot of the 80s music, like Madonna and Bryan Adams, and I loved Rod Stewart. I could go on and on and on. The 80s music was probably the best, in my opinion, with all the rock bands and the Hair, Striper. I loved listening to Striper. I started listening around about 89 or so. I started listening to Christian rock, which was Striper and Petra. And then as I got older, I started listening to even classical music. So Mozart and Beethoven and all those. I could talk for hours for music that I loved back in the 80s, especially. Even the country music, like John Connolly with rose-colored glasses, and oh my goodness, Ronnie Millsap and George Strait. All these guys, man, I loved it. And you're right, a song can speak to you in just 3 minutes, 4 minutes tops. Guns N' Roses, November Rain, I can listen to that over and over and over. Awesome music. Great idea. That's my 5 or 6 or 7, however many I named. But loved this idea. Great videos, and congratulations, and also congratulations to whoever wins. You guys have a good night and keep her smoking.